Welcome back everyone to our channel where we show you the kind of mathematics that may help you, inspire you, elevate your mind and soul to the next dimension. Until finally you feel as if your brain is slowly being eaten by a zombie. Okay, that isn't true. Sorry about lying. Today's discussion is actually very straightforward and simple. For the first part of the video, we will show you the various ways to complete the square, a technique that is very useful in solving quadratic problems in algebra. And for the second part, we will also show you a short illustration why our method works for those of you who are really curious about it. Remember that you can skip to different parts of the video if you click on the respective time labels in the video description below. Just to be crystal clear about what completing the square actually means in case you are new to this or still unsure. Completing the square means we take a quadratic expression in its standard form, something like this, and convert it to something like this, where there is a square group. So in this video, we'll be discussing details using examples, of course, to get us from the top to the bottom. Alright, let's get started with our example. Here we have 4x squared minus 24x plus 37, a quadratic expression in its standard form. The quickest way to get our result is this, the formula. All we have to do is replace a, b, and c here with 4, minus 24 and 37 respectively to get to this. The exact same expression except that the respective numbers have replaced our letters. Hopefully we have a calculator ready so that we can enter the two fractions in the expression to give us minus 3 and 1, leading us to our final result. Well, if you don't have a calculator, you just have to work those two fractions out yourself. Shouldn't take too long. Overall, this is the first method. Quick and effective though it may be, it relies on us having to memorize this formula or having this formula be given to us. But we should know if we want to get better at math, don't memorize. Or at least not doing so on purpose. Hence, our recommended method to complete the square is the next method that we'll be showing you. By simple steps, and hopefully you could take your time to understand these steps. Back to the start of our example. 4x squared minus 24x plus 37. First step. List down the three coefficients involved in this quadratic expression sequentially. Yes, the sequence matters a lot. So, list the coefficient of x squared first, then the coefficient of x, then the constant term, exactly like it's shown here. Next step, divide the second number by the first number. Negative 24 divided by 4 gives us negative 6. Next step, take our second number, which is now negative 6, and halve it. We'll get negative 3. Next step, take our first number and multiply it with the second number twice. In this case, it's 4 times 3 times 3. Then, take the third number, in this case 37, and minus whatever the result is. Overall, it is 37 minus 4 times 3 times 3, which gives us 1. There we have our final three numbers. First number is 4, second number is 3, and third number is 1. all that is left to do now is to place them in our final completed square form here. Done! Now, let us present to you a simple visual illustration of what is happening when we go through the steps of completing the square. As you view this illustration, you can refer back to the simple steps shown in the previous part of this video and try to see the link between them. We'll use a new example here. X squared plus 4x plus 10. It's a simple example because the x squared here is actually 1x squared with 1 as the coefficient. This makes our illustration a bit simpler. So this is what happens. These three terms can be seen as such. X squared is the total blue area here. 4x is the total green area here. And 10 is the total area of these 10 small yellow boxes shown. Their respective lengths are measured as shown. So you can see why each colored area corresponds to the three terms above. The coefficient of x squared is 1. So we don't have to divide our second term represented by our green area here with our first term. Cause divide by 1 and nothing has changed. Next step, we split the green area in half, like this, so that we can put them on these two sides of the blue area representing x squared. Then, in order to fill it up to complete a larger square, we take 4 yellow units to fill in the corner. And that's all. The larger square's length is x plus 2, so the total area would be x plus 2 squared. And guess what? Our 6 extra yellow units on the right represent plus 6 exactly. So everyone, can you appreciate the technique of completing the square better now? Hey, it isn't even that long, to be honest. But anyway, we will show you a one-page summary diagram of whatever just happened. Okay, congrats on making it to the end of our lessons together. I'm sure we have learned something meaningful for your future endeavors in the field of math. For those of you who are not yet aware, in our upcoming videos, other than doing math topical introductions like this, there will be problem walkthroughs, guides, and even some casual stuff like readers, cartoons, and subjective discussions on some highly interesting topics of math. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below to tell us what topics and what kind of videos you would like for us to release in the future. Also, tell us why you love us and how we can do better too. See you again soon!